Good morning, Year 9s. Today is the 8th of April, 2020. We're now going to move on to sets, part 3. So this is lesson 3 of 4, and we're going to look at Venn diagrams. So just a quick, brief intro. So Venn diagrams, sets can be shown in a diagram called a Venn diagram after the English mathematician, John Venn. And the members of a set are shown within a closed curve. Right here, so set A is shown here, and set B is shown here. When an element, when the number of elements is large, a closed curve is drawn and labeled to indicate the set. So if S striped cats, then the Venn diagram is the letter S out here with the elements inside. I'm going to move on to a PowerPoint lesson on this, which hopefully will show it to you in a more clear way. So if you just bear with me with 1 second. So yes, moving on to Venn diagrams. So as we said, Venn diagrams are a way of showing sets pictorially in a diagrammatical form. So the universal set, now the universal set is basically saying what's everything within the set. So that's represented by this rectangle, and the subset, so the subset, if you like, is the sets within the sets are showing circles within the rectangle. So as the book showed you, the enclosed circle. So when drawing Venn diagrams, we must ensure that the number of intersections, now the intersections is basically where there are, as we see the example, there will cases, or there will be many situations when there are elements that belong to both one set and another set. So if we look at this example, so it says the universal set. So this very fancy looking letter A shown E to represent the universal set has the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now set A has the elements 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 10. And set B has the elements 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. So as I said, the rectangle is a universal set. So that's everything here. So this is like the universe, for example, and then we have a subset. So set A and set B. So we've got these two intersecting circles that, you know, overlap. So here in the middle is called the intersection, where the overlap is, where we need to put in the elements which is common to both of these sets. So, and that's shown with this U letter, that's upside down, and that's read as A intersect B. So if we look at the two elements within set A and set B, we can see that the numbers 3, 5, and 7 is common to both. So they're put in the middle. And then the numbers that are left, sorry, not the numbers, but the elements that is in set A, but not in set B, and they're not common, is shown in subset A, 1, 9, and 10. Then in B, you put the elements, which is in this, which are elements which are members of set B, but are not members of set A, so therefore not common. So that leaves you with 4 and 8. But obviously, if you look in the universal set, there are still some elements which are not a set of A or members of A or B, and so that's 2 and 6. So they're drawn, or they're written outside the two circles. So this Venn diagram now represents everything, all the information we've been given from those two sets. So we look at a second example, example 2. Again, we can show the subsets in this way as well. So the universal set, again, has the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And set A has the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And set B has the elements, 4, 6, and 8. Now to show this data pictorially, so we've got the rectangle, which is a universal set, and we've got this bigger circle to show set A, and the smaller circle to show set B. So the set B has 4, 6, 8. Set A has 2 and 10. Remember, 4, 6, 8 is common to both, so it's not shown again, it's not repeated. And then outside in the circle, outside the two circles, you need to again list all the elements that's within the universal set, but it's not a subset of A or B. So that's the numbers 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Okay. Let's look at example number 3. So again, in the universal set, we've got the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And set A has again the elements 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And set B has the elements 1, 3, and 5. So again, to represent this, to show this in a picture form, in a diagram, we've got the universal set, which is our rectangle, which is everything. And again, we've got set A and set B. Now notice how the two aren't intersecting. The two separate sets, there's nothing common. There's no element that's in both A and B. So we simply list all the elements of set A, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and we list the elements of set B, 1, 3, and 5. And then any number that's not in both of them will be listed outside in the universal set, which is 7 and 9. Okay, now let's look at a fourth example. So again, in the universal set, so that's everything that's in that question. You got the elements 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Set A will have the elements 2, 4, 5, 8, and 10. And set B will have the elements 4, 6, 9, and 10. And set C, so this time you can have more than 2 subsets. You can have a third subset, which is, the example is 1, 4, and 6. So again, we can show this pictorially. We're showing now 3 circles. And again, in the middle where all the 3 circles overlap, that's the intersection. So we need to show in the middle where the elements are members of each set. So this is read as A intersect B intersect C. So that's 4. So 4 is a member of all 3 sets. 10 is the intersection between A and B. So 10 is a member of A and B. 6 is an element of B and C. 2, 5, and 8 is just elements within set A. 9 is an element just within set B. 1 is an element within just set 1. And 3 and 7 are the 2 elements left over from the universal set, which is not a member of either A, B, or C. Okay? So the work for today now, as we said, we will look at some of the examples and questions in the textbook. But like I said before, because I can't really check to see your understanding because the answers are already given to you at the end of the book, by all means, please use it and check your answers. But it would be also beneficial if you could do these work now as homework for the next lesson by drawing the Venn diagrams. So for A, show each group of sets in the Venn diagram. So the universal set in question A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And set A is 2, 3, 4, 5. And set B is 2 and 5. So you need to draw the rectangle with the big fancy letter E on the outside. Then draw the 2 circles for A and B. And if A and B shares the same element, if there's something that's common for both of them, you need to show that in the overlap, in the intersection part. Okay, so do questions A, B, C, and D for the next lesson, and we'll go through it. If you do have any questions, as always, please message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As I said just now, we do have questions in the book, so let's just have a quick look through those questions. So as I said, it explains to you what Venn diagrams are. and it gives you the examples. So again, you've got the examples here that you can look at, and further examples here, which is all in your books. So for tomorrow's lesson, these are all the examples, and these gives you the key points. Can you do question 1, question 2, question 3, question 4? As I said, the answers are in the back of the book, so please do the work first before you check them. I will go through the answers with you in the next lesson, both for the questions from the book and the PowerPoint lesson I posted, recorded for you. So as previously, if you have any questions, please message me and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, stay safe, stay indoors, and remember to wash your hands.